Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Wednesday. It's October the 10th, 2012. We're looking at a few U.S. markets here today, maybe a couple others. We'll see. Right now, looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and you'll notice in the markets, if you're looking at individual companies, that you're going to find a mixed bag. There's going to be some bullish chart formations and bearish chart formations. You're going to have a lot of different signals going on out there, and the main reason for that is because you actually haven't broken down in the market just yet, and so you're still in a bullish uptrend, and that overall uptrend on the average is created because there are individual companies within that average which are very bullish, and so that's why you're getting that mixed signal there. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now, I want to point out this close here, the high close what you had, but basically just a nice little bullish uptrend going on for a while. Go up here, hit a point, pull back down here, 13,367, and then we bounce up here again, and we get a higher close than we had over here and a higher high than we had up here. So no matter how you draw it, whether you draw it on the high points or if you draw it on the closes, you're still trending up here. And now we've pulled back down here to 13,344, taking out this low point. This gives you conflicting signals. Basically, you have higher highs and lower lows. That basically says sideways activity. It doesn't actually give us any clear trend direction other than sideways. Now, what's typically going to happen in that scenario is you're going to, you'll probably sell off a little bit more, and then you actually turn around and you'll bounce. That bounce is going to matter a big deal. It's going to be an opportunity for scalpers to go long, and you may get a breakout at that point to go higher. Maybe you just didn't pull back enough at this point, so it's just a deeper pullback before we advance higher. This could also be a situation where you're setting up a reversal from an uptrend to a downtrend. In order for that to happen, you're going to have to continue this sell-off, and then after you reverse, you're going to have to fail at the previous high. Now, over here, you didn't do that. You actually broke out of it, and now you want to see it fail at the previous high if you're bearish, and that would be a series of lower highs, and then you would have lower lows as well. The trend would then be down, and you could actually take a short opportunity there with a lot more security. That's what I'm waiting for in this chart right now. I'm just in cash watching, but that's what I'm looking for. Is we may have a change happening here from an uptrend to a downtrend. Some charts are clearer than others, and that's something else to think about whenever you're looking at charts to trade. Right now, I see a mixed bag in the overall markets. I like to see, like the U.S. markets, I like to see them all telling me the same thing. If they're all telling me we're topping, I'm getting head and shoulders patterns in all of them, that's a very easy trade. If I'm looking at a situation where we have a head and shoulders pattern on the NASDAQ, which we do now, but we don't have in the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P, then there's more argument there. It depends on which stocks you're trading as to which direction you may be going. So wait for it to kind of clear up. You don't have to be the first person in a trade to make money in a trade. If it's a strong trade, you'll be able to make money very easily. If it's a strong trend in the downtrend, just wait for the next setup, and if it's real, then you'll see it set up. You'll take advantage of it at that point. Don't try to guess now, because right now nobody really knows. What we see is conflicting signals. Taking a quick look here at the NASDAQ, you can see this one, a very bearish chart. We talked about this one last week. We talked about the potential the potential head and shoulders pattern that was forming with the first shoulder formation, the head formation, and then the second shoulder. And now we've been watching this neckline. We have closed below the neckline, confirming that. That's actually a topping pattern here. It is a head and shoulders pattern. It's no longer a potential one. It actually is one. This one here, with you got the low point here, previous low point here, another low point here, high point here, lower high here. We didn't get a shooting star signal here, so I didn't take this. The next bounce here, obviously we are in a downtrend at this point in time, and I would then be interested. I didn't be interested. Hang on, let me get that. Stupid people call me in the middle of a video. Shut up. I like that. Alright, so yeah, in this particular situation, we're looking at the NASDAQ. It is in a downtrend right here, so the next bounce to the upside would be a short opportunity. I would be looking for a bounce, being that the ultimate oscillator is pulled back down around the 20 line. Anything under the 30 line is where you get the oversold condition and you start looking for a bounce. Remember, the bounce does not equal change in trend. Looking now at the S&P 500 Large Cap Index, or the SPX, you can see, again, we've got the conflicting signals here. In this particular scenario, your high points are lower. You've got the 1474 here and the 1470 here, and your closes are also lower, so you're seeing the downtrend happen there. But like we talked about before, even if you use this minor low point here, this point here did not take it out, so we still had an uptrend there. Now we're actually pulling back down to where we're actually turning this trend here. We haven't done it just yet, but we'll likely do it tomorrow. So right right now we're still seeing an uptrend, but that could happen, that could change tomorrow. And once we have that, then we'll have a clearer signal. We'll have assuming that we actually get lower tomorrow, we'll have a downtrend at that point here and here, and then a downtrend on the top as well. So we'll be looking for the next bounce. It's a short opportunity in that particular case. But again, I want to point out one more thing, and this is going to be really clear on the next chart I show you. We're talking about right now are minor moves here. Minor move here, minor move here. Remember, this is a very weak pullback. There's nothing substantial. The overall strong trend is still very clearly defined as being up. So even though we're seeing a little wiggle here and there, it's not a really big, clearly defined, hey, we're obviously topping here. So be cautious in this market. You still got a lot of different directions we can move. Flat, up, or down. So unless you really trust the chart you're looking at, I would just sit back and cash, and that's what I'm doing with most of my money. Other than that one trade we talked about yesterday, I'm just sitting back and watching. Quick look here at the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index. This one we've made a lower low and lower high. If we look at a short-term picture, you see this nice little move to the upside here, pull back. And now you could draw this many different ways. We talked about this in the past. Somebody could say, okay, this right here was the pullback. This was the fail at the previous high. This is another pullback, another fail at the previous high. I don't do it that way. Those are minor moves to me. I'm looking at a bigger move here. So depending on how you look at it, you can say we've either broken down or we're just still consolidating. Again, the real trend here is this big cup and handle formation here we talked about in the past. When you close above this resistance line that we'd seen repeatedly fail at, we knew that we had a breakout. That means that resistance is then going to be acting as support. So we draw this out and we can see we are still totally respecting that support. So this shouldn't be an opportunity for people to be getting out there going all bearish and jumping overly on the bear side. There's still mixed signals in this market, and the real trend, the big overall trend, is still very bullish. So again, just sit back and watch. Quick little look here at gold, and we'll look at silver in a moment as well. It's basically going to tell you the same thing. There's no major breakdown here. We don't see any major change from what we've seen before. We were moving sideways when we went into this channel here, and we're basically still doing that. We did have a breakout. Obviously, that turnaround failed. We pulled back into the channel here, but we haven't broken down. There's our low point here. That's the all-time low there. And you'll notice on gold, whenever gold in this really strong bullish pattern, the stronger the pattern, the stronger the trend there, the more likely this is going to happen. You'll notice that you find support at the 50 period, or I should say the 50 line on the ultimate oscillator, and when you dip below that, you're finding you're extremely oversold conditions. And so you've seen that here, you probably dip down there intraday here, and now even here. So again, I'm not looking at this being an extremely bearish market right now. We're kind of still just moving sideways. Silver is the basic same overall story. We're still getting a nice little consolidation pattern in this channel, and actually the longer this goes on, the stronger it becomes, and once you break out of it, it'll actually become a very strong support there. This is typically what we call a middle move, just the first up leg here. We consolidate for a while, then we break out to the upside, and it's a really big duplication of this first move there. So it's a really big move setting up here. Still a very, very bullish chart pattern here. And again, note the low point, 33.36, 33.57. We have not broken anything down here. Again, I can show you on the ultimate oscillator at the 50 line. Whenever you're in a very bullish trend to the upside, you will typically find support at the 50, and falling down below that is actually your oversold great buy opportunities here, here, and now again at 48 at 65. So again, I'll be looking at this as not being overly bearish, looking for this sideways channel to continue, and right now I still have no reason to expect the change in the overall trend, which is up, to fail. So I'd still be looking for a breakout to the upside. If you've not been to the free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we ask in return, please refer a friend. God bless, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.